Hello everybody, this is Impulsive Mind, and today I'm gonna bring you a video about how you can optimize your computer to get your stream to run smoothly and never drop any frames. Of course you need a decent computer, but you don't actually need that much of a powerhouse of a computer to be able to stream. Catch me live almost every day on twitch.tv/impulsivemind. Go drop me a follow. Come and ask me any questions in the chat and I'll try to answer them for you. And yeah, you can just have a good time and good banter in the chat. Enjoy the video. I'm gonna walk you through some steps here to help you out and get your stream running smoothly as never before. First of all, we can go into NVIDIA GeForce Experience. If you have an AMD card, go to their equivalent software. You wanna go to drivers and you wanna check for updates. Make sure you're running the latest driver. If not, install it. Next, you wanna press the Windows key and I to open up the Windows settings. You want to type game mode and go into game mode settings and turn this off. For some games, you might get a better performance out of having it on, but for this case of running a stream, it's better to have it set to off. Next step you want to do is open your task manager. You do so by right clicking the taskbar and open Task Manager. Go to the Startup tab. Click the status until you see all the enabled ones. You can drag this so you see more of them. So you want to look at the enabled ones and disable anyone that you don't really need. So we can disable that one. Let's say I don't want to have Spotify on at all times. I can disable that. And just make sure like that Steam, Origin, Battle.net and all that stuff also is turned off. They might not always show up here. So if you know that Steam starts with your computer, it might be good to go into the Steam settings and make sure it doesn't start on your computer when you're booting your computer. When we're done with that, now we want to make sure your graphics card is running at its peak performance. For NVIDIA, you go to the NVIDIA icon in your taskbar. Open the NVIDIA control panel. Should boot up and you will see the following. If you're not already on the Manage 3D settings when it starts up, click Manage 3D settings. Under global settings here, there is a lot of settings that controls how your graphics card behaves. The stuff I use is low latency mode, ultra. I have it set to ultra, but if you experience any issues with screen tearing or weird delay issues, you can set it to on or the default that is off and see if that helps. But for the maximum performance and lowest latency there is, set it to ultra. If you have a G-Sync monitor, you can set it to G-Sync here, or you can set it to fixed refresh. If you don't like running G-Sync, that's fine. Set to fixed refresh, and then we move on down the list. Power management mode, you want to go here. This is the most important thing. Set it to prefer maximum performance. This will make sure your graphics card is pushing all the frames it absolutely can. There's a lot of other settings here that I won't go into depth of, but one worth mentioning is the vertical sync. I have it to set to 3D application settings because I always go into my games and set it to be off or on depending on what types of game I play. If I play a game that doesn't require super fast reactions, it might be a single player game, I set this to on, or I use G-Sync. Or if it's a fast first person shooter, multiplayer online. I want to have the fastest reaction times possible. I want to have a lot of frame rate. I set this to off. If you experience any screen tearing, I recommend to use either VSync or G-Sync. If not, set it to off. That's it for that. And let's move on. We can open OBS. And when you open OBS and when you're going to start your stream, always open it in admin mode. Always. This will make sure OBS gets all resources it needs to encode your stream. And it will also make sure you won't drop any frames. You see my brand new Be Right Back scene. Let me know in the comments what you think about it. And in OBS, your OBS might look a little bit different, or you might run Streamlabs OBS. The stuff I'm going to show you is pretty much the same. So you want to open the settings. You should set your base cameras to whatever your resolution you're running your monitor on. Set the output scale to 720p if you're not affiliated. Set it to 60 frames per second if you feel like you still want to maintain some quality. If you want to run the lowest possible, run 720p 30 frames per second. And we're going to talk about what the differences of these are now. So let's say I will run my stream at 30 frames per second, 720p. Then I can go into output and I can set my bitrate to 3000 or maybe 3500. I usually do test streams on a alt account to make sure it looks good. If it's too pixelated, I increase the number. I'm running 5500 because I'm affiliated and I'm also streaming 1080p 60 frames per second. If you're running a NVIDIA card 10 series or 20 series, you want to set advanced, you want to set NVIC new. This is very important. I click Enforce Streaming Service Encoder settings because it does some tweaks that make sure you're following the guidelines of Twitch, what they want you to use. And I set my bitrate to 5500 in this case. But if you're not affiliated, I would lower this and also lower your resolution. If you're running a 20 series card, try max quality. It will look really crisp, and it's just the best quality setting you can get out of the new NVIC. If you're running a 10 series card, you might want to go down to quality, but you can try max quality. Do a test stream. Make sure the stream is fluid. Check the VOD. Make sure it's not pixelated. And that you don't get any artifacts in your recording. Profile, set it to high. Look ahead. If you're running fast first-person shooters or fast games in general, you want to disable this. If you playing slower games like Hearthstone or maybe League of Legends, MOBAs and that stuff, you can run this on. I always have it to off because I don't want to change it all the time, and I'm mainly playing fast games, so I have it set to off. This one is on, and it basically optimizes the bitrate for visual quality. It's preferred to have on if you're playing fast games. I won't go into details too much because this video will be long enough anyway. The rest, you can have it set to defaults. We can go through audio real quick. Sample rate should be 44.1 if you're streaming to Twitch. Channels should always be stereo. You might get some weird ass funky sounding sound if you have any other settings set. Leave it at stereo. Desktop audio, set it to your sound card or your headphones. The mic, set it to your mic, either if it's on your headset, your sound card, or if you have external mic. If you're running 720p, I recommend you to set this to bicubic. If you're running 1080p or the native resolution and you don't scaling it down, you can set it to billionaire. That's fine. In advanced, you want to set process priority to high. Some people say above normal. Some people say leave it at normal. I run mine at high. You can try out the different things and see what kind of performance you get out of it, but I think running at normal is just fine as long as you're running OBS in admin mode. So you do some tests and see how it works out for you. If you're dropping frames, try to increase it above normal. If you still have some problems, set it to high. One last little tip for everybody out there. Make sure when you start your stream that you have as little as possible here running. So if you're playing a game on Steam, don't have Battle.net and Origin running in the background. It uses resources that your computer needs to put the performance into your game, giving you the frame rate you want, and also giving OBS the headroom it needs to encode your stream. Make sure to close down as much as possible of the stuff you don't need. If you're unsure if you need the software, Google it. Let's see, read up on what it actually is doing. And if it's something that you absolutely don't have any need for, close it down before you stream. You should be fine to start streaming. You can come and check out my stream over at twitch.tv/ImpulsiveMind. I stream almost every day. And if you have any questions, just pop them in the chat. Make sure to drop me a follow and catch me live and see how my stream looks. Anyway, thanks for watching. You guys are the best. And if you have any questions, drop them in the comments below or come watch me live on twitch.tv/ImpulsiveMind.